Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Tani here with Kingdom Mets Chat. Happy holidays to everyone. Holy day. We're not going to get into that right now. But I wanted to talk today about how it's hard for people to acknowledge change. You may know something is right, but because of your pride and who you're, or you're so worried about what somebody else is going to think, or you're worried about what people are going to think in general after you've been living this life for so long or doing whatever it is that you're doing for so long, and you would never want to change it because of somebody else, knowing that it's the truth, right? And you've come to some kind of understanding that, this makes sense, but would you dare step into that truth? A lot of people would never. And it's crazy. I feel like the older you get, the older you are, and you get privy to some kind of knowledge that makes sense, you still keep walking down that same path instead of taking yourself aback and say, this makes more sense. Let me try to learn this. Let me try to understand this. No, we would rather keep ourselves in the like an ostrich, keep our heads in the hole and keep doing what we're doing because we at this time and age or this late in age we don't want to change. We just want to keep doing the same thing over and over. But I'm just here to let you guys know, anyone, kings and empresses, you can change. It's okay. It's okay. We are here in this temporary house, body, temple to have an experience, right? If you feel that your experience that you're having in this flesh is what you're here to do or is worth living, this temporary situation that you're in, the way you're living it, by all means, by all means, you know what I'm saying, by all means. But when you know that they can be better or you can do something better, don't doubt yourself. I feel like you really need to give your understanding, your wisdom, everything that you feel that it's you, to the creator, because that's the only way that you're going to know or acknowledge something better or different from what we think with our own flesh and blood and our own understanding. I can admit freely, it's so funny. I come across so many people because I was once in a life where it was not conducive to our creator, I must admit. And it was just one day I've decided to just say, you know what? It took me having to really break down though, because it's not easy to change from what you've known your entire life on this earth, right? And here you go, privy to some information. Of course, you're going to, and this was nobody that gave me this information. This was something that I came into for oneself. You know, I picked up the Bible with an intention to get answers, and that's exactly what I got. And yes, I changed up my entire way of thinking and regret it not until this day because I know what it is now. Like, I've always been looking for answers, but I didn't realize the differentiation from living for your flesh and living for the creator in what he's set in place that has been right for eternity. But mankind, as we know, we come and we want to change things up. The creator never gets old. So everything that has been written or has been said from the beginning of time, there's ancients of people that came and left before our time, our ancestors and stuff. And the rules, the laws, the law, biblical law has always been there, always been the same. But man, man rules, regulations, and their laws change every moment, every day, every given time. So it's either you really want to be on the man or be on the God. And be on the man, you're confused as hell. You're trying to find something. but it's not there. But yes, you're still controlling the mass, though. You know, that's what it's doing. It says in our manual, you can't have two masters, and I'm starting to realize what that really means. By if you really are functioning on a worldly perspective, you're under man's law, you're under man's rule, regulations and stuff. They're in place, which we can't really hide from because we don't know the first thing what they're doing to us. We answer to the name. Again, we answer to the name every day. So we clearly don't know what's going on. You know, everything is commercial. Everything is it's a commercial world. It's a commercial world. So everything is commercial. Everything is a business for everybody that claims that they can do this to us and do this to us and charge us and do all of these things. But one has to come to an understanding when we read this manual of ours. We realize this is what everything was taken from, you know, and you get contact or get in the group with a couple of people or a few people, and we talk about the book, we talk about the Bible, and understand it now from the world that we're living in, and understand that what is in place. They took it from this Bible. They took it from the Bible. You know, everything is from this book. This is our manual. Everything comes with a manual, right? But we have our people, most of our people, which are very convinced that, you know, this book has been manipulated, and I don't doubt it at all. Mankind is that wicked and evil that I'm aware, but it's an internal awareness. No one can take that from you. An internal awareness versus what we've been caught up in today's world. Today's world, it's a different understanding. It's you. I feel like some of us can't fathom the fact that the Creator made all of this. The Creator it's possible for something, someone, some spirit to do all of this. I think mankind can't get over that, and we can't fathom. Our brain capacity can't even get there, because I know that there's going to be a lot of manipulation and a lot of things that happens and want you to believe and want this. But when you take a step back and really realize what we're surrounded by and what's around us and who we are, you realize that there's nothing that man can manipulate that can touch the Creator. Nothing. It's my daughter in the background, y'all. Say hello. Say hello. Mommy's doing a video, okay? So there is nothing that mankind can do to manipulate what the Creator already has in place, right? So don't get too caught up on what man has manipulated. Like I said, it's an internal feel within oneself. And if you can't feel and understand the Creator, that's why it's important to read certain books. Like you don't get lost in what is presented to us every day here in the world. They're doing a good job in keeping our minds busy in different aspects other than what it's supposed to be, right? So when one comes to an understanding of themselves, I feel like that's when you start finding the answer. That's when you start finding the answer, folks. And I'm telling you, that's what it is. But it takes taking yourself away a little bit to your, like, by yourself in a little space for a while, and really kind of ask your Creator for understanding, ask your Creator for knowledge. And it may not happen the time you ask for it, but I'm sure it will happen if you keep that mindset, right? So that's my simple message here for today, guys. Excuse my language. Excuse my little daughter here in the back. We got to do what we got to do, right? We got to get this message out. So bless up, one love, and thank you so much for continuing to watch this channel. God bless. Thank you. Peace.